أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As you guys probably know, it was the 6th night of Muharram, and they call this the night of the children because all the children went out on this night. Inshallah, we will be discussing the events that took place on the 6th of Muharram. So on the 6th of Muharram, it was actually the 10th of Muharram for them, for Imam Hussein alayhi salam and his 72 companions. And it started off, the night was normal, like we always start from 9th of Muharram. And it was the night, and they were, like I said, praying, reading du'at. They were praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are sources that say that they didn't even sleep on the 9th of Muharram, the night of the 9th of Muharram. While the army of Yazid, like I said, they were partying, they were drinking alcohol, they were listening to music, they were dancing. Before the night ended, all the mothers called their children and told them that tomorrow you guys gotta be the first to sacrifice your life. Like Far'aw called her son Qasim, said you gotta be the first to sacrifice your life. Sayyidah Zainab called her two sons, Aun and Muhammad, grandmother, Sayyidah Fatima. She said, please be the first to sacrifice your lives. So all the mothers called their children and they said, you guys gotta be the first to sacrifice your life. Because this is my brother, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, your uncle. You guys gotta help him in battle, you guys gotta sacrifice your life. So the morning came, Ali al-Akbar gave the adhan, and he gave the adhan, and they were at the camps one by one. They all went. There was a lot of companions that went before the children, and the children began to go. There was Hur, there was Habib, there was a lot of companions that went, and they all got slaughtered like we know, and Habib's head got cut off. They decapitated his body, and his son Qasim, Far'aw's mother, they hung it on a horse, and Qasim went after that head. And you guys heard about this yesterday, he went after his head, and the guy kept telling him, why are you looking at this head, why are you following me? He said, that's the head of my father, can you please give it to me? And he imagined his father, Habib, telling him, why are you going after my head, you gotta go help Hussein in Karbala. So we're going back to Karbala, and there's Aun and Muhammad. And when Sayyidah Zainab sees that all the bodies are coming back, but she doesn't see her sons, Aun and Muhammad, their bodies, she's like, where's Aun and Muhammad? How come I don't see their bodies? So she calls them over to the tent. She says, how come you guys haven't gone? If you guys didn't know, Aun is 13 and Muhammad is 11. So she's like, how come you guys haven't gone? And they say that the swords were taller than them. That's how small the sword, like how big the sword was, that's how small they were. The sword was bigger than them. She called them over to the tent, and she said, how come you guys haven't went? I told you guys to be the first ones to go out to the battlefield. And they're like, my uncle, Hussein, is saying we can't go, we're not allowed to go. Please tell him to let us go, because there are sources that say that they repeatedly kept asking, can we be the first martyrs? Can we, after they saw how to be the first martyr, they just wanted to go into the battlefield and sacrifice their life. Now people ask, did their mothers actually love them? How come they would sacrifice them? How come they knew they were going to die and they still let them go? The reason that they let them go was because they knew they were on the right path. That Imam Hussein alayhi salam was on the right path. And if they stayed longer and they didn't risk their life, they would have to deal with the tyrant rulers, the toxic environment that they would be around. But them sacrificing their life, they're going to be in the best environment possible in heaven. So that's why their mothers let them sacrifice their life. So Sayyidah Zainab calls over Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and she says that, why are you not letting them go? Let them go to the battlefield, let them sacrifice their lives. All the mothers are letting their kids go to the battlefield and sacrifice their life. How come my children can't go? And inshallah, Brother Mustafa al-Khayyat is going to give you guys a majlis, and he's going to explain the istishhad of Aun Muhammad. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.